the one. Gotta tell them you the one. They thinking they safe? Where they gonna get that? Now this ain't a game, made it for the fame. Claiming we the lame, how they flip that? Calling us the clowns, I ain't with that. Got the wrong vision, need to flip that. Our house is divided, can't stand. We just gon' follow his plans. We the clowns of the world. Why they all getting saved that? We the clowns of the world. Why we praising his name that? Yeah, we the clowns of the world. Tell me why all the hate that? Yeah, no division, no debating. Yeah, no division, no debate that. Yeah, we the clowns of the world. Why they all getting saved that? Yeah, we the clowns of the world. Why we praising his name that? Yeah. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Eliel.
It's Monty. Prophetica Music.
And we are coming at you guys with a commentary video on our newly dropped song, Yuda.
One.
Yes, sir. So listen, we're gonna,
I'm just trying to
I think that was pretty good. That was a good little setup, a little 1-2 action. All right, guys. So listen, this song was really personal, deep, and it really put us in a state of humility and transparency that I guess we could say was kind of new and uncomfortable to the two of us.
And I think what made it even more intimate was the fact that you had the idea a year prior, and so we brought it back and we had to get in this completely different mode, go back to something, revisit it, and then like you said, come in it super humble and just appreciating God for all that he's done for us.
Right. I ended up writing this song actually on our cruise.
That's right.
I finished the hook on the cruise. I started the idea before, and I finished the hook on the cruise. And obviously, I was going through a lot of stuff during that time. And that's actually when I was kind of at the start of my depression, actually. And it's kind of funny how the Lord works, man, because he takes, like, he gave that idea a year ago, but it wasn't until a year later that it would be fulfilled. So maybe at the time I didn't really realize the purpose of the storm I was facing.
Yeah.
But it brought us to this point, which at the end led us to our deliverance.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important also is like the Lord, like you'll get it, you know, and you don't see it come to fruition till you're ready to move forward and you have that under your feet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's people that struggle with certain things that, I mean, you can't really preach about it until it's really under your feet.
Took it out of my mouth.
You know what I mean? And once it's under your feet, then you can really go out and you know, you won't be hypocritical in the sense of preaching something you're not living.
Right.
So it's dope because the Lord will plant that seed and that vision, and it won't come to fruition till Jesus had the vision. Jesus knew what he had to do, but he had to wait till his 30s to complete it.
That's dope. Right.
You know what I mean? So it's dope the way the process is with us and how we walk and how the Lord plans and just prepares everything for glorious moments just like this for his name.
I mean, I know specifically me, I almost gave up on the record a few times. And Monty would kind of discreetly kind of just remind me.
Like, yo, what's up with this record? Because the concept was fire. The hook had me sold. You remember, it was consumed, and he showed us the hook in the hallway right before we prayed, and it was crazy fire. And I was like, yo, we got to do this. And, you know, we started to write and everything, but even where we were writing at that moment wasn't anywhere near where it was going to be. When he brought up the idea of, yo, I think we should make this one very, very intimate.
Right.
Very, like, it's really me and you speaking directly to the Lord.
Right.
But letting the people know where we're at.
Right, exactly. And even recording in the studio, like, even our studio sessions were different. Like, especially, I know you revamped it after we originally recorded.
Yep.
Which personally, I think even still to this day, I kind of like that one a little bit better.
I did
just
like that one
because it made it very, very personal, bro.
Yeah, it was raw.
Like, it was literally like you were just talking and a microphone happened to record what you were saying.
Fire.
You know, and even still with the way the final version came out, which I absolutely love.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You could even still, in the way you, Lord, I tell him you the one. Yeah, you don't never throw the dude. Like, you just have like that passion and that feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yo, like you actually mean what you're saying right now.
Thank you,
like,
sir.
even though you had the wordplay, you know, you got the juice scheme, you got the solo cup scheme, which I hope everybody picked up, by the way, because that was fire.
If not,
like you didn't
comments.
you didn't let that overpower
your purpose with your verse, which is hard to do because sometimes I feel as a talented artist, it kind of hits you in the gut at times because you want to be, of course, creative. You want to be, just add that flavor, but it's like, yo, now you're too focused on that, and you're missing the essence of the song.
You know what's the craziest thing about being creative, especially in that time, when you're doing exactly what you yourself are supposed to do? I feel like that is the most creative. Like we talk about it all the time. You like bars, but you feel that the flow is the most important, right, which is super creative as well, because you could either follow the melody, build off the melody, or you can go completely left and just
counter the melody.
Yeah, completely. But when you're just being you, that's a whole other creative that nobody can touch because it's you being you.
Right. Originality is key, man.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And just when you guys fall into the categories that you really know that's, let's say, your niche, like your gift,
right,
what the Lord is giving you, and you guys just flow with that, it's like a whole different, everything just starts happening.
I agree.
So keeping it brief before we go into the video, how did you feel, I don't want to say from the outside, but you know what I mean, from the producing side of it, how did you feel about the process of this song and kind of like the end product? Like, what was that experience for you? Like, how did this song touch you? Did this song, even though you were kind of a part of it, did it have any impact on you?
I mean, it was because it allowed me to see the transparency in your hearts and what you were really trying to convey through the message, which to me was really impressive. Because, I mean, there were times where we thought the delivery was wrong and we would stop and we're like, yo, just put some passion into it, just go mellow with it, just put that natural just swag and just really feel it. You want me to shut off the lights, but actually just hearing you guys and your testimonies, there are two ways that we, overcome Satan. It's the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimonies.
Right.
So for me to be able to see this other side of you guys and testifying about things that you've went through music and through song, it was just, I had the stank face. And for all the producers out there, you know what that stank face is, right? It's like, when I'm hearing, when we're creating in here, man, it's like a whole different, it's just like the spirit led, and it's just this whole room just transforms into drip anointing, man.
It really does. Like, all jokes aside, even the prayer sessions before, like, I don't think you guys understand, like, yo, we be going to ham, like, it's not just, that's why for all the religious people that say this is devil music, it absolutely cannot be.
It can't.
You don't understand at times the fasting that we put in, the reading and getting up and just praying, not even talking about music sometimes, and just holding each other accountable and really making sure that we're really living this before we get in here. And if there's a little bit of let's just say, for lack of a better term, backsliding going on, we make sure we squash that before we even proceed, before we even step in the booth. And even if we step in the booth and we don't pray, we stop immediately, pray, and then refocus and get back in there. Like,
and for example, even when today, for an example, I had a rough day. I had a busy day. My son plays basketball, so we had to go right to his basketball game after work.
Right.
So it was crazy. And then people don't even know, you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't see the time in the video. You just seen us coming with the video, but it's going to be 11 at night.
Right.
I get up for work at 4:45 in the morning.
Right.
So it's like, I was in my little grandpa stage, you know what I'm saying, for lack of better words.
You got him juiced up now, though.
Yeah, I was in my little crank. The brothers been like, you know what? I'm going to let you slide with that comment. You go ahead. He was like, I said, son, I don't remember what I said.
I'm going to just take
He was like, I'm going to take an L for that one, because I understand. And that's cool. When you have real, true brothers and family in Christ, we understand each other's mannerisms.
Absolutely.
And our characters, you know what I mean? We understand our flaws. And the good thing about us is that, we know when to humble ourselves. Before we even started our meeting, I was like, you know what, guys? I just want to ask you to forgive me for being a bad example.
And it wasn't he didn't even do anything that was crazy.
All,
so I don't want anybody to see that. He was just literally just cranky and tired. Like, legit that. But it may seem simple and insignificant, so I don't want to go off on a tangent. It may seem simple and insignificant to others, but that just shows the state of maturity and him knowing his position as our mentor.
Yes.
That he doesn't take that lightly, even if it's just him being cranky and tired.
And they understand me, man.
Absolutely.
You know.
So without further ado, so this is my first big production. It's the first video that I wrote and directed, and obviously there was insight from everybody.
Don't ask me how he drove the car and directed the video at the same time. That's kind of illegal.
I didn't shoot.
Praise the Lord.
I just directed.
That's all right. I'll take it.
I had the camera behind my. Lord, tell him you the one.
Shout out to Louis V, man.
Big shout out to Louis V the Don, man. This dude, seriously, if you guys are looking for any video editing or whatever,
hit
up my boy Louis.
It's right there. Louis, put it right there.
Put it right there. Right, put it right in his forehead.
Right there.
My forehead is big enough though.
But yo, so listen.
Without further ado,
I was sitting at home, and we had just got the song mixed and mastered. I want to get into this so that you guys get the first scene. Why, you had something to say?
Shout out to Bao Fam from Mixology Studios Online.com.
Let's get it.
Turn me up,
turn me up, but
all the way up.
You know, shout out to him he mixes and masters all of our projects, and all the Profetica music projects that are coming too. He's our lead engineer for mixing and mastering, and even sometimes producing as well.
Absolutely. Shout out to Bao, man.
Shout out to Bao, man.
Fiddle.
Yes, sir. So we had just got the song back from Bao, and I was sitting in bed, and I just had the headphones in, and I was just really just focusing and really trying to dissect this record, because like we said, it's something special, and I knew that there had to be a visual so that people could really see our testimony. And the Lord revealed to me that night, I saw a clear vision of Monty sitting on bleachers, crying. I felt depression in my spirit, and his uncle immediately came to mind. And this was something that we didn't even speak about.
No.
Like I knew of your uncle passing. Yeah, I knew you dealt with depression. But go ahead, absolutely.
I hadn't even spoke about that specific portion to my wife.
Wow.
The only people who know about that part of me is maybe my mom, maybe, and maybe not even her.
Jesus,
legit, bro, legit. If I just gonna touch on that, I lost my uncle to heroin addiction. It was my last 2 months of high school, and I was just joining the track team, and I just quit. I believe it was second or third week, quit, and I was dodging my coach. I was dodging all my classes in desperate times of failing high school completely. And so when Eli got that vision and he revealed it to me, I was just like,
you knew.
I just knew. I was like, the Lord is just amazing. We have to do this.
Right. Amen. So without further ado, we're going to start the video right now. It should be in the bottom corner. Let's go ahead. So you're like actually crying here. This isn't even like fake tears so that people don't think it is.
Nah, legit. Eli said, yo, I want this to be completely vulnerable. Just be completely vulnerable here. Go back to that moment and that emotion. And literally the drive from our town in New Haven to Brantford, I was just looking at pictures of my uncle and thinking about the good times and even the fact of losing him. It just brought me there just immediately.
Lord, I tell him you the one.
This right here is my childhood house. Basically grew up there my whole life.
Thank you for the bishop. Show me how to get the juice. If the devil try to steal some, gotta recognize it's cue. Instead of me trying
that
to
line right there. Oh man, fire, bro.
Go ahead, we'll pause it. Go ahead.
Oh, dang, I don't even know.
Lord, I tell him you the one.
Oh yeah, nah. Yeah, so I just break down the bar. Lord, I tell him you the one. You don't ever throw the deuce. How you made me Superman way before the booth. God, I thank you for the bishop. He showed me how to get the juice. If the devil tries to steal some, gotta recognize that's Q. Those are all the characters to the movie Juice back in the 90s.
Fire.
With Tupac. So,
fire.
If y'all ever just get a reference, go on to Google. This shot right here, those fire.
Yeah, I love this shot. So this was something that I definitely picked out. I was like, yo, I just want a shot of him just looking at. I love that scenery, by the way. Oh my God.
I love that bottom shot up, bro. When I look up to the sky, crazy.
As small as it is, that little
yeah, the ad-libs.
Crazy.
That way, the way to bow enhance those ad libs, yo, my lord, that's like don't get me wrong, the message is amazing, but those little enhancements for me as a producer is just like, oh my god,
those make the record.
It's like
candy. Without those, show people the raw freaking recording. It ain't nowhere near it. Nothing.
So this part right here, this is definitely by far my favorite shot. That part right there, like hold on,
wait, when you hear
when he's like this,
on?
Right? So we're flowing through, right? And the purpose of that was to show like us talking about his past, what he dealt with. The whole purpose of is each other helping the other person through Jesus Christ get over whatever bondage they had.
Yes. Right.
So that scene right there of us walking was very dope because actually, while we were shooting, he was literally telling me about that moment. Yeah. But that specific part, he was actually saying there is mad dead fish in the background.
Yeah, you see him going this.
But it was literally like shot so perfectly though. Like it looks like we were having the most serious conversation.
Unless you can read lips,
you would think,
wow,
you would never know.
Crazy.
A lot of dead bass over there.
Literally right after that, start cracking up laughing. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm trying to be serious, and mine is like, I am serious.
Saying straight in character, bro. So we ain't breaking character.
Go ahead.
I had to wrestle. They gon' test you. Need a tissue before he.
This is that bleacher scene. It's my favorite part right here. Right here, this part right here, when you put your arm over him, it shows the genuine. That's genuine love right there.
Right.
It ain't even faked. It ain't. That's just real. That's how we are.
Yes.
We were literally in the moment though.
Legit the whole time.
Legit. Louis was just rolling, and we were like literally in that moment.
That was it.
Even though we were shooting the video of the song, it was literally like, how do I say it? We were really getting delivered, and you guys literally witnessed that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It
Absolutely.
wasn't fake. Like, this was legit us getting our deliverance. I don't think I could word that any different.
No, it's so true, man. I mean, think about it. When you're telling me to go and bring that emotion, I'm able to portray it there, and then right after, like, he dapped me up for, what I brought, but at the same time, it just felt like, yo, I let go of that right there, bro.
Right.
I just let that go right there, and now not only did I let that go, but I'm doing what my uncle would have been doing. He used to tell my other uncle, yo, that one day I want to do music for Jesus. He would tell him that. So now he would never think that I'm going to do it, and look, I'm doing it. Letting go of that, being delivered from that, and look where we're at. Praise God.
Wow.
Boom, that head bop right there though. Boom. It was so upbeat, little rock star.
His little Johnny Rocket hair did.
Johnny Rocket.
Right, Johnny Rocket, remember?
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo. Keep it going.
Shout out Waste Tech.
Yeah. Waste Tech, what's up?
What's up? We need a sponsor.
So this part right here, so when I was 17, I was actually, pause that real quick. So when I was 17, I got involved with a drug bust that happened that I literally had nothing to do with.
You just walking up on it.
Yeah, I was going to work. So without giving too much detail, for real, I was wild, but I wasn't that crazy. But anyway, so I got involved in this.
Sorry.
Long story short, got involved in a drug bust I had nothing to do with. I was assaulted by 5 New Haven police officers. They literally like beat your boy down. Like, it's hard to see and what's coming up, but my face was like literally like swollen, all bruised up.
Trust me, I saw the pictures.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And the crazy part was that it happened 4 houses down from where my mother was at, and they actually saw the whole thing and didn't know it was me because I ended up changing my jacket last minute. So they saw me leave in one color and I was in another color when it happened. So crazy. I dealt with a lot of PTS, like post-traumatic stress. I couldn't sleep. It was actually a big burden on me mentally and emotionally, especially spiritually. So that's why you see me in front of the police station.
Legit, we dealt with that because we couldn't even, like, sometimes we couldn't even talk about it, remember?
No, I couldn't watch, like, Fruitvale Station. Yeah. Actually, I literally broke my door. It was bad. I like literally broke through my door because of that movie. It was bad. I would wake up screaming sometimes at night. I literally thought I was gonna die. Like, I'm not even trying to be dramatic or oversell this. Like, legit, when you're going through something like that, especially how the police have been lately, like I literally thought I was gonna get shot and die. I'm like, this is really gonna be like my last moments. So yeah, I get like freaking goosebumps just talking about it. But go ahead, let's get into it so they can get the visual. Love this shot.
Oh, right there, right there. Y'all saw the little Hulk?
Yeah. Yes, Marvel, what's up? No.
What up?
Word up, yes, we are Puerto
R.I.P.
Rican.
Stan Lee.
I just love this shot. Like that shot was so fire.
I came for nothing to something. You switch my path like that. So
Okay.
my dysfunction and chose it.
I know this dude can sing.
I ain't know that dude can sing a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just listen to it in the ear.
Yeah, but believe me, when he's off, I stop the track.
Oh,
real
for
quick.
sure.
You're like, yo, you gotta get that note.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you gonna sing on key? He didn't say that to me, just so you know. But that was said in the studio before.
Absolutely.
Are you gonna sing on key?
Yeah, I'm very blunt. I always ask everybody who comes here, you want the engineer or do you want the producer? If you want the producer,
Savage.
yeah. If you want the producer, then you're gonna get the producer, which means if you off, I'm gonna tell you off, right?
All right.
Amazing grace to save the wretch like me. It didn't matter where I stood, he made time and he met me. Couldn't believe that he seen all the things that I couldn't see, and I was stuck on where I
love this
wasn't
line.
ready, so where I would be. Yeah, you've been the one.
I love this part
right here. Yeah.
I love that when you just stand up, bro.
Right.
And it's like, yo, I'm gonna let you know. Listen to me real quick. This is serious right now.
That
You know what I mean?
I wanted that transition to literally be like that. Like I wanted. I
definitely.
had in mind this shot that you guys are seeing right now. So literally, it was purpose, and I'm glad that he recorded it how he did, so that it came out like that. But go ahead, keep going.
Through every stage of my life and patience.
So these are actual pictures from when I was assaulted by the cop.
And the one that gave me chance when I overdosed in that bed. Now I'm thankful that he made it like I said he would. Cause say he came in, he was plotting like he thought he could. And I ain't tripping on
Hashtag redeem.
MGIG Imperial.
MGIG.
So that's actually my blood in the snow right there.
Right there, yeah, because a lot of people might not know what that is, but that's his blood in the snow.
Love the shot. Our signature back to back.
Sick.
Oh, this part right here. Hold on, let's
The
talk
sky.
about this. Nah, even the sky, the meaning of what he's doing there.
Right.
It's like him coming from nothing, working at Staples, to being a public servant, and the transition of him becoming a firefighter.
Right.
You know how many times? And yo, this is good because he just didn't take the test. There were times when he would call me legit, almost crying, I don't think I can do this. And what I would tell him, then just quit.
Right. He did.
I would tell him, then quit, quit, because if you ain't gonna give it your all, then just quit. So that part right there for all of us in our family and in our core, it means a lot. When we see it, we're like, wow.
For me, it was also, people thought I was gonna be another statistic. I didn't really take school serious. I was a knucklehead. I'm very hot-headed. I was dabbling with the wrong people. So for a lot of people, they thought I was just gonna be another statistic.
That's right.
So for me to stand there in that uniform was something really special to me. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
You don't wanna turn my mess into a message, yeah. You don't want gotta turn you the one, yeah.
This right here, this my man get the Oscar for crying, but really crying.
You forget it, cause of you I got this blessing, all the pain I learned a lesson. Could've stayed, but you ain't let it on my message to a message.
What'd you feel like when you were like burning up the picture? What would that mean to you?
Like, so that sensation alone was for me was really just letting it go. Just not, I don't want to be fazed by it no more. I don't want to be tormented by it anymore. I just want to just be done, just erased from my memory. So that's really what that was for me.
Shine and take the praise like it was mine.
Love
Just
this
show me
shot.
I'm out of line.
That's a good shot right here.
When I'm wrong, you by my side, only on you. I
Yeah,
can't
that
rely.
was
You don't
definitely
want
Monty's
gotta
insight
tell
for that
me
one.
Yeah, and
I
that
love that. That right there, yo, when it switches to both of us. Yo, Louis, you.
and then the tears were real, like we said before. The tears were, that was truly Monty just opening up his heart to the Lord and just crying out and letting all that stuff go.
all day.
If I ever take the credit, Lord, I ask that you forget it. Cause of you, I got this blessing, all the pain I learned a lesson. Could've stayed, but you ain't let it on my message to a message. You don't want
They
gotta
really
tell me.
Did they take him out of her?
Yeah, bro.
Thank God we had a licensed firefighter, certified
Facts.
firefighter.
It's all right. I had to stop. I'm licensed. I'm certified.
Dude, like, this guy's lighting a fire in the middle of the street.
Yeah, and if I ever try to shine and take the
here.
praise like it was
Keep that cross.
Keep that cross. There's a reason for that. Look at that cross.
When I wrong you by my side, only on you I can't rely.
Yo, the porch work was like my favorite, bro.
No, for
The porch
sure.
work was sick, bro.
the colors, even the scheme. This
Everything.
right here,
Yeah.
redeemed though. I think that was the best accent we could have done, and the fact that we actually added the sinner's prayer right there, so that people could get the answer to get delivered from what they're facing. And then go ahead.
So just anyone who's out there who's watching this video right now, know that you can read that prayer and you will be
Receive
saved.
salvation, right?
Yeah, you be born again.
Life, bro.
You just there's power in that prayer. There's a reason why it's in the video.
Yo, it says taste and see, right? That the Lord is good. Bro, it's been
And
3
then not
years.
only did we offer this, but if you continue to play the video, go ahead.
And we wanted to offer Jesus first.
We offered Jesus first, and then we actually offered legitimate professional help for people who actually do this for a living and deal with depression and PTSD and suicide, which is killing our youth these days.
all day.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, this awesome shot of Prophetica music. So, yo, listen, we thank you guys for tuning in, checking this out.
Appreciate y'all.
It's all the love and support, man. I think we're almost at 500 views so far
close.
in a day and a half. So
God
we
is
thank
good,
you
man.
guys. We love y'all. You the one, available everywhere. Go check out the full video. Stay tuned. Follow us at Instagram at Eli_EL116 and
At Money_music
At Prophetica_music with a Z.
and
IC. And listen, man, we love y'all. What else? Did I forget something?
nothing, man. I love them too, man. This is
If I ever take the credit, Lord, I ask that you forget it. Cause of you, I got this blessing. All the pain, I learned the lesson. Could've stayed, but you ain't let it on my message to a message. You the one, gotta tell them you the one, yeah. And if I ever try to shine and take the praise like it was mine, just show me I'm out of line. Please forgive me, Lord, I'm trying. When I